Hey, hey, hey. Today I want to talk about personal development and how it changed my life. Um, Personal development is a term that I happened upon in my 20s, and it is definitely what I am is about. Empowering young ladies to be the best version of themselves. And to me, that is the personal development journey. And growing up, I've shared my background in a lot of ways, but I had a lot of shame. I had a lot of guilt. And I would say I was probably very confused within, even though externally I would still choose things my way, which I talk a lot about, but it doesn't mean that I did not battle. I had a lot of inner battles, meaning I just had strong feelings about things. And I gained more clarity on this journey like never before. I'm very grateful for my foundation that that taught me who God is, the creator of my life, but the creator of my life in a very impactful way, in a very real way. That's when I happened upon personal development, and it taught me about me. I feel like my foundation gave me a very great viewpoint on loving people, loving others, and being kind, and what the humanity experience or human experience is about. But I needed to learn about the spiritual experience, which is me. I am a spiritual being that actually have power. And in personal development allowed me to take my power back. That's what it did for me. And what I mean, I was giving my power away to things that were powerless, because my true power came from within. And what happened was, when I started upon this journey, I've shared that through the Success magazine. It just, for me, I looked in the mirror and it's like, okay, personal development. I like basic terminology. Personal, I'm a person, I can develop myself. And when I started thinking like that, Jeanville, you can do this, you can develop yourself. I always wanted to be an overcomer, and then I realized this is what it is, let's go. And so overcoming who I am, overcoming the things I thought that I was and wasn't, just truly looking myself in the mirror and doing these things each and every day. And what are these things? You have to decide. So I want to share with you the 4 ways. And the first one I kind of just shared, it's power. I began to take my power back. I began to create discipline. I share discipline is power. It is the highest form of self-love. I looked in the mirror. I wanted to lose weight. I started to lose weight. I set goals around it. The journey was not easy, but the steps to get there, they are easy in the concept of it's really just doing it. Writing down my goal. I don't even think I wrote my goal down, and once whatever my goal was, weight. I just got in the gym. I joined the gym. I started losing weight. I figured out how to start, no sugars and all those things, drinks, and just looked at my life, took a personal inventory of my life in that area at that moment, and I began to develop that part of myself fitness-wise. Then it was a mind thing around food, and then it started developing in other areas of my life, and I really share that. That's where the F-bomb come in here on I Am. So power. It gives you more power than you know. And for me, I needed that part of my life. I lacked discipline. And I knew that. And not only in just those areas, it will unlock discipline in every part of our lives. It came down to how I treated myself, how I treated others, the words that I choose to get through life, the things that I say to myself, my self-talk, the affirmations, all of these things that we see and hear out there. They work, but the truth is they only work when we are true and clear about what we want out of this journey called life. And that's what personal development is, developing yourself as a person, not past accolades, your degree, terrific kid. All of these things are beautiful, but we don't get to take them throughout our adult life. Our adult report card is the personal development journey. It is the relationships that we have with ourselves, the relationship that we have with other people. Those, to me, are the 2 cornerstones in which we can hang our hat. Those are the 2, to me, cornerstones in which that determine that dash between the lives in which we live. Our relationship with ourselves, which is a reflection of our relationship with other people. So the personal development journey definitely allowed me to take my power back. That's the first thing I would say is, this is what I want to change about my life, and this is how I'm going to do it. So start looking at the areas in your life. Start somewhere. I started with fitness and begin there. Create disciplines in that particular area, whatever it is for you, whether you're in school and you're trying to, graduate, whether you're trying to decide what you want to do, you need to say, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to stick to it. Discipline is doing the things that we don't want to do that's going to lead us to where we want to go. And when we don't know exactly where we want to go, then we choose something that is bringing fruit to our life, that's developing us skills, developing our mindset in a positive way. That's what personal development is. It's a journey of positive input so that we can get output. So the first place, I would say control. I began to take control of my life through discipline, which is self-love. Another area I would definitely say is, I would say for me, goals and achievements. Again, you know, I did not play any sports in high school, in school period, cheerleading, very short-lived. And it was by choice. I didn't. And so achieving things for me, I'm always been kind of a tangible, like it needs to be real, or let's just go have some fun. It's fun or it's fruitful. I just can't do anything in between. Like, why are we doing this? So for me, I was like, wow, this really works. I would set the goal, I would achieve it. And I started setting goals. Even now I do like 30-day goals. I might do a 2-day goal. You know, in our business, we've done a 7-day mental mind check where we just do positive thinking for 7 days. There's a book on that, The Power of Positive Thinking. But it's just really, that's what life is. The personal development is you set the goals for your life. Nobody can give you goals for you. You know, there's no benchmarks in this journey. There's no SAT prep. There's no preparation. The preparation is the everyday getting up and doing the things that you want. That's where true achievement comes from in the adult world. That stuff does work for, you know, childhood. It definitely breeds discipline. It breeds all of those things. I get it. I believe that. But this journey right now, it's for young ladies in their 20s. It's for young people. It's the things that I learned and I didn't learn or didn't know that I know works. And 90% of the things I do on here and talk about, I lived, I've done. And so the achievements and goals, they are very important. You have to set them. I met people with track stars in school, can't run around, can't go up a flight of steps right now. You've got to choose the areas in your life that mean something to you. And it has to be things that help contribute to your emotional, physical, financial, emotional well-being. And that's going to take care of your spiritual. You know, personal development will take care of all of those areas in your life. That's one thing I love about it. It is a wholesome journey. You know, I love to say that we're not fragmented. It's a holistic approach to life. Looking at yourself, not being perfect in any area, but being real and raw about every area and developing and growing in all of those areas. That matter to you. I know it matters to me. I know it matters to me, and to me, the things that we have to do, the things that life has given us, these are the things that matter. These are the things that bring fruit to your life to help you develop. So I would definitely say achievements and goals. It definitely helped me set goals, achievements, which are things that you have to do to get through adult life, whatever you want to call them, but you have to set goals, which lead to achievements. And these are the achievements that bring internal satisfaction, not necessarily external applause. You know, as you grow as a person, of course, you're going to have fruitful relationships and things, and that's the next one. But the applause comes from within. It's the one that gets us out of the bed in the morning. It's the one that gives us peace at night. You know, external applause and, you know, validation and these things, understood. I needed them growing up, and I didn't have that. But when I started doing it for myself, I no longer, and that need started to dissolve. So I understand the need for external validation. So this personal development really helped me dissolve that need and feel it, because that was a void for me, and I feel that for myself. And until we understand that we have any void that we feel like we have, which we really don't, but it's okay, I understand. When we feel that for ourselves, we're winning. We're winning. So achievements and goals. And the next one I would say is relationships. Personal development will definitely help you build and cultivate genuine relationships. And, you know, you meet people with the same mindset, and not like the same mindset, but an open mindset, a growth mindset. Helps you understand, wow, I realized I had a very closed mindset about a lot of things, and I understood why. But that's okay. I wanted more, and I still desire more. I still have closed, you know, I would say closed mind around certain things, because again, my foundation was very strong. It was very rigid in some things. And so when you have certain, you know, everybody has, whatever your foundation is, you have it. You got to realize what bricks I need to break, what bricks I need to knock down to make this house feel complete. or what bricks I need to add, or whatever the case may be. The bottom line is be open to the relationships. And I mean all relationships. I'm not talking about just intimate relationships. Of course, I believe that's extremely important. That's the most important relationship I believe you'll ever choose, is the person you'll marry, have children by. But if you're not married or children, that's no value in who you are as a woman. You have a million relationships and people you impact every single day, most importantly ourselves. So that personal relationship with ourselves, the people that we meet, our friends, the children that we have, the people that we choose to marry and date, and co-workers, and the person that you see on the street tomorrow or today, that smile that we give. I've taught Janville smile more. Like, these are personal development things that you just do. I was never, again, personal development is a very simple approach to life of being grateful, grounded in gratitude, grounded in the things that make us human. And what happens, and I know for me, aggression and being combative and, wanting to have my way, and things come from my childhood, and that's okay. But I'm not a child no more. I'm an adult. So in the adult world, in this arena, ladies, we have to figure out how to make it work for you. Make it work for you. And I promise you it works. So relationships are so important, but the only relationships we're going to have are the ones that are going to be mirrors of who we are as a person. They really are. If you want fruitful relationships, then you have to be a person that gives fruit to yourself. You have to bear fruit. Bear the fruit. I promise you'll have the relationships that you desire. And I don't mean desire, meaning like everything you want from a relationship, the ones that are going to bring you fruit, because that's what relationships are for. They're supposed to be bountiful. They're supposed to uplift us, and I believe they're supposed to just lead us and nurture us to our higher self, and not a need for that, but a bonus to who we already are to ourselves. So relationships, personal development, fitness. I've met some of my closest friends that are around that journey right now. The season that I'm in, I met some amazing women. And I know it's going to be continual. I have a great group of friends in my life, because even some of them are from high school before I learned about personal development. But I've always just tried to choose people, that, I admire. So, and I'll say this, I always have to tap in on that relationship piece of family. When it came to family, I believe personal development, because you're around people talking about these things. It's not going to come from your circle, but they were just real about family. And it really helped me see family for what it is. I had to learn to individuate, appreciate my family, but expand my life, expand my mind, expand my circle so that I can receive what's meant for me, relationships included. And the last thing I would say is self-esteem. This is I would call it increased faith, newness, freshness. Like, personal development really increased my faith. It really increased my, self-esteem is the foundation. I feel like the pillow in which we lay our head every night, where we find peace, we find the joy, it's where we rest. It's our soul. It's who we are as a being. And when we're born into a world, experiences and people and places that make us whatever, the positive experience, the negative ones. But the bottom line is it could chip away at who we are. And I believe personal development, it led me back to my own soul. And I am very honest. I believe we're all loved. That's what this journey is about, love. And I want to return to a loving space every day. I want to be more loving to myself, to other people, in the way that I talk, in the way that I speak, in the way that I uplift and encourage myself. And I do believe personal development will lead you to love, a deeper love, and love is a universal language, and we can feel it in so many different ways and receive it and give it. But personal development definitely, is a journey of faith, newness, and it leads us into the unknown. So I would say the fourth way, it is a great foundation for faith, a faith walk, self-esteem. And all these things mean the same thing to me. You'll find, synonyms for words, because they really do mean the same thing. And the bottom line is love ourselves enough to get up and continue to grow. Because if we don't have hope for anything, or we lose hope, then what else do we have? And I believe personal development, that's what it does, because we have goals that we're, achieving. We have people in our lives that support us. We have all of the abundance that's available to us. That's what personal development to me is all about. So I just wanted to share that with you. And I hope that you continue to step into your authentic truth every day. Because it is your way. It's your way. And oftentimes, when you say that, it gives people, well, how about people we're not focusing on people, we're focusing on ourselves. We're focusing on ourselves, our higher self, our true self. And that means we're up here. We're not down here worried about, trying to, we're not crabs in the bucket. We are, honey, I'm a butterfly. I don't know what you are. That's my favorite analogy, my metaphor for my life. Continually, soaring and finding new ways, but yet to be delicate, to be open, to be free, to be me. So stay true. And I hope to see you here again next week.